Live. We are live. Hi, everybody. Garage Happy Hour. We're live. Kenny Wallace, Tom Ackerman. What's up, man?
Man, I'm doing good. It's been a busy day. Woke up this morning and did a little bit of work and then ran over to the Worldwide Technology Raceway and met NASCAR.com over there. And yeah, you got it.
I heard you were over there today. My people over there told me you were over there today.
Yeah,
I got all kinds of stuff here. Look at this. Boom.
Well, you are one of those people over there. You know, I told somebody today, I said, Worldwide Technology does not pay me. I just love it that much.
Yeah. That's right. I actually do get paid by them. So I started doing some consulting work for them and kind of serving as maybe like an ambassador of sorts. You know, I helped MC their big press conference at Ballpark Village, which was an amazing time. Thank you.
I was there. I was.
I know, and I got to. I was so happy to talk to you. You know, I got to talk to you ahead of time, right before I went on, and big moment for the track, big moment for me, being a St. Louis kid and always wanting this to happen. And here it is. A Cup race is here, Kenny. I mean, we're getting close. What happened today, and what do you talk about when you're over there?
Well, NASCAR.com is a pretty big website. They, the racetrack said, hey, come on over. And they had somebody from NASCAR.com over there. They wanted to know the evolution. And I said, well, to understand the evolution of auto racing in St. Louis, first know that I was born and raised here.
Yeah.
So, number one, it's always been our 11-time world champion St. Louis Cardinals.
That's right.
Then we have our Stanley Cup champion Blues.
By the way, I want to talk about both of them with you.
Yes.
Because I did just come back from Jupiter, as you and I talked off the air. Right? Yeah. Okay. So,
well, those two. Two. They had the Rams here for a while. I said, so auto racing has always been here, but it's always, been, down the totem pole. So now with, America's most famous sanctioning body, finally, we have the big show, NASCAR Cup Series. They're expecting 58,000 people, and I told them, I said, now think about Busch Stadium, for the World Series. You're seating somewhere in the high 30s, but when we get standing room only, we're in the 40s. So we're gonna have 58,000 people over there, and this is a huge moment for Cardinal fans, Blues fans. I mean, we all do love auto racing too,
Yeah, we do. Huge moment. This is a great auto racing community, isn't it, Kenny? I mean, you're a big part of it. Your whole family is a big part of it.
Oh, yeah. And it's not really hidden either. When you look at, just take my family, for instance. You have our most famous brother, Rusty Wallace, my brother Mike, myself. Then you have Kenny Schrader. Then you go 80 miles up the road, Carl Edwards, Jamie McMurray up there in Joplin, Missouri. This area has created some great race car drivers. And, to think that St. Louis is not a racing town, that just means you're not knowledgeable. You look at what created, these race car drivers. Well, it was, the first racetrack is gone now, but it was the, Lake Hill Speedway, Valley Park, Missouri. Right now, Tom, we have, Kenny Schrader's I-55 Raceway out in Peevely. And then, of course, the Gundaker family, one of the more famous realtor companies. If you remember Gundaker Realtors back in the day, now they own Tri-City Speedway. So it's going to be a big old speed week. They're going to, we got the Cardinal game on that Tuesday. And then they're going to start racing at the dirt track on that Wednesday. And then Thursday, Friday, and then you lead up. It's going to be a big old speed week. So St. Louis has a long, rich history in racing.
It does. It really does. And, I grew up, my dad was a huge fan and actually was involved in racing himself. He raced cars. He was a race car mechanic. Yeah.
I didn't know this. Tell me.
Yeah. Just, on the side just for fun. But he was his first job out of college was a race car mechanic. Yeah, man, it's in my blood. So
that's called a car guy. I like that.
Car guy. Which is what you started as, right, Kenny?
Yeah, my dad raced for a hobby. Dad worked down on Kings Highway at King Dodge, and loved racing. Did it as a hobby. St. Charles Speedway, Belleville Speedway, Lake Hill Speedway, and then later on in life, I think Mom and Dad told me when I was 3 months old, we moved to Rolla, Missouri, and I think I was about 7 years old. We moved back, but my dad always raced, so that's what we did. We had a lot of fun. I mean, that's all we really ever knew. We looked forward to the weekends going racing.
Yeah, we did. You did, and we enjoyed watching you. I went to a lot of races as a kid, but I was always fascinated with NASCAR. I was a big IndyCar fan as a kid, but I always wanted to get into the NASCAR scene. But, I didn't have anything close by, really. We went to the Indy 500. But I think this has a chance to spawn a generation of NASCAR fans, and that's probably part of the reason NASCAR is here, is to be able to show that NASCAR is for everybody, that you can join the NASCAR family at any time, and you can be blown away by the speed of it, the competitiveness of it. It is, it's like 365 days a year drama, isn't it, Kenny? It is. It is
right.
It is the NFL of motorsports.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get wishy-washy on you, but I kept waiting for Yadier Molina to report to spring training, and I called that drama. I'm like, every day I tune into you. Where's he at? But yeah, that's the way racing is too. I think each sport has their drama. You look at the Blues. Sundquist gone just shocked me. I was down in Charlotte, North Carolina over the last 4 or 5 days, and I'm like, what? So I use that word too a lot, drama, and so yeah, there's drama in every sport.
There is that. I'm a big fan of chatter, and the fact I've always been envious of the fact that NASCAR, for good or for bad, is full of chatter. I mean, I know sometimes it can get annoying. Let's be honest. I mean, you're looking on Twitter all the time, and you see people are ripping NASCAR for this and that. Does that ever end, though, when you have a massive fan base, for good and bad? And look, I look at the Cardinals, too. I get people every single day. I say something about what John Mozeliak said, and he gets crushed.
Here they come.
Here they come. But you know what? They care. They're passionate. If there were crickets, we got a problem.
I tell you what, you're right in my wheelhouse right now, and I'm dealing with that. It's official, Tom. We're in a social media world. I think there was a time where you and I and a lot of us thought, well, this is just kids play. Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. But I'm telling you what, it's the way of the world now. And so with social media, it has got bigger and bigger, almost to an annoying point. But I will say that I'm the best I've ever been now at chatter. I've learned to not take it personally. And you're 100% right. I mean, me, I live, eat, breathe racing, but I also know a lot, about your Cardinals, our Cardinals. And it's not that I want to be involved, but, I go back to that game, at the end of last year between our Cardinals and Dodgers. And I mean, we just, it was back and forth. It was like a darn ping pong game. And I had a lot to say about that. So I've learned to not take it personally. And the people that do get nasty, I've learned to just go, okay. But yeah, chatter is bigger than it's ever been in my life.
There's a real buzz to get again about NASCAR. There's Kelly right there with a comment. A lot of us would be there in the snow. You won't have to worry about that on June 5th. Hopefully you get great weather, but I think there's some truth to that, Kenny. I think there is a buzz, but it is our job, I think, as people who have had a little taste of it, you've had more than a taste of what NASCAR is all about, to be able to explain to the casual sports fan how good this is and how big this is and how big this will be for years to come. Granted, I'm just assuming that NASCAR is going to stay here for a long, long time.
Yeah, well, let's go at it. Just give me 1 minute. So here's the way it started, right? they call them the Dover Group. The Dover Group built the Worldwide Technology Raceway. Then they sold it. They actually were going to let it be dilapidated. They were going to tear it down. They were going to sell it for scrap metal. I mean, it really was within days, weeks. And our hero right now is Curtis Francois, the new owner. Curtis came in there, saved the day, made a deal with a lot of the farmers. It was in a mess. You know, one farmer owned turn 1, another farmer owned turn 3 and 4. And Curtis went to all those farmers and got it to where, you know, he owned it now. And now 11, 12 years later, after Curtis Francois' work and Chris Blair, I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, Curtis is the man of the mountain. And he's worked hard. He's had the IndyCar series there. I'd say about 2018, 2019, NASCAR executives in Daytona Beach, Florida went when we had almost 50,000 people in the grandstands for that beautiful night race when IndyCar was in town. It was packed. It was beautiful. And, you know, this is a very rare situation. NASCAR does not usually award a cup race at a track that's been in existence so long. Usually it's like, let's build a new racetrack in Chicago. It failed. It's shut down. Chicago Land Speedway is gone. I mean, it's still there, but it's gone. Kentucky. So St. Louis and Southern Illinois, I mean, you know, this is a big moment, baby. This is a big moment. I mean, you know, you look a week ago there all over the news, you had Governor Pritzker down there, you know, tracks on the Illinois side, we all claim it. But we're going to shut Illinois 203 down. We're going to control that whole area. And it's going to be awesome. And we're expecting 58,000 people there. They're selling tickets like crazy. And my brother Rusty called yesterday and said, Herman, it's my nickname. Where should I stay? The Ritz-Carlton or down there by the Arch? So, I mean, everybody's jacked up and we're still 2 months out.
Yeah, well, he should say, you know, wherever he wants.
My house.
Yeah. Ritz is a little closer to me, but I work downtown, so, you know, we can hang downtown. You know, it's called the Enjoy Illinois 300. I love that because it is in Illinois and it doesn't get done without Madison, Illinois' cooperation and just the great people of Illinois. But I also love the fact that they had a lot of meetings behind the scenes in St. Louis, and they called it St. Louis. They gathered the region together and made sure this is St. Louis's race. I think the one thing that has always been kind of a misunderstood thing about the track is that it's 5 minutes from the Arch. I mean, it's in St. Louis. I mean, you could drive from Chaffetz Arena to the track in 10 minutes and hit 6 sports venues along the way. Chaffetz, the new MLS Stadium, Enterprise Center, Busch Stadium, Dome, track. In 10 minutes.
Great point. Great point. You know, and that's what I told some friends. I said, listen, we're starting out Tuesday at Busch Stadium. That's the last homestand for the Cardinals. The race is June 5th, so you back it up. We're telling everybody, come to St. Louis early, go to the Cardinal game. Then the next day, you know, go tour Anheuser-Busch, go to the Science Center, go to the zoo. You know, then we're going to have night racing over at Tri-City Speedway in Granite City, Illinois. You know, you're going to see, you know, last year's NASCAR champion, Kyle Larson, over there every night. So we're telling everybody, come to St. Louis, Missouri. We have it all. Enjoy it. We got the hill. We got the finest Italian eating. We got the casinos. So let's make an event out of it. And, you know, I was with Fox Sports for 15 years, and we created a segment at the end of my run there. It was called "Where's Wallace?" And the thought was, let's send Kenny, me, out in the existing areas and tell people why they should come early, enjoy the town. So we're telling everybody. Actually, I was talking to Chris Blair about that today. And we need your help too, Tom.
Amen.
You know, we need to make some quick notes. This is why you come into St. Louis on Tuesday. you do this, 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 and this. And so, yeah, we're excited about that. And you're right. You're exactly right.
Yeah, I'm all about that. This is the Garage Happy Hour. We're here in my garage. It's great to restart the Garage Happy Hour with the original Garage Happy Hour guest. Kenny Wallace was the first one ever 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago.
And I got to tell you, that was the craziest moment of my life when that pandemic started and we were all cooped up. Hey, and kudos to you and your boys at KMOX for dreaming this up. I was honored because after me, you had some of my longtime heroes. I feel honored just to be part of the Garage Happy Hour. You've had some greats on here.
Yeah. We it's been unbelievable. You got it started. You really did. And we had an awesome time. You know, one of the best ones aside from you was Albert Pujols. I mean, Albert Pujols coming in was a big one. That got the show, took it to another level. Sterling K. Brown, the great actor, and we've had so many good ones that have come through. That Nolan Arenado. So I just got back from spring training and saw the guys, and let me do this while we talk Cardinals, because there you go.
Let's go. I'm so excited to talk
I am too.
Baseball.
I really like this baseball team. I don't think there's any secret about that. One of the things that I really appreciate about them is they are, especially in Arenado's case, he's not satisfied with anything that he's done. And he hit, 30 and 100 last year, but he hit 255, and he didn't like that. He thinks that he can do more for this team. I love the lineup. I still want to see what the pitching looks like without Jack Flaherty. You talk about drama. That was the dramatic part of it. Yachty is going to catch on Sunday, and he won't take him long to get up to speed. I'm not really worried about the position players necessarily. It's all about pitching for me, Kenny. If they can get pitching together in 2022 and have depth, they'll be just fine. Their defense is awesome. All they really need to do, this is easier said than done, is pound the bottom of the strike zone and get ground balls. Arenado, whoever plays shortstop, Edman and Goldschmidt will get them. I mean, throw strikes. Don't walk anybody. If they don't walk people like they did last year, they win that division running away. They just blew too many games because they walked too many people, basically.
Yeah, and I'm with you. I agree with you 110%. I'll just tell you my thoughts as a fan. I'm into PMA, positive mental attitude. However, we have the drama with Reyes and Flaherty. And I always say, look, when we had the Cardinals that won 106 games, was that 2004? Then we got blasted, by the Red Sox. I say, look, we win the World Series, the two, in the most unlikely fashion, right? What? The 1 year, what did we win? 80 games, and we won the World Series. So I'm always going to watch. I'm going to see what happens because, as far as, listen, it always scares me when we're getting ready, early April, and somebody says, man, this is the team. They got it all. The Cardinals have always been built on, here comes Harrison Bader, right? Who are the unlikely heroes? So, but I agree with you so much to where I've already brought up, our last game of the year last year, where it was the Dodgers and the Cardinals, and we played ping pong. We played back and forth, and then, Reyes came in and we couldn't hold him, but we depleted our pitching staff. And unfortunately, feel free to straighten me out at any time, Tom. But I mean, they beat us in pitching depth. I mean, it was at the very end. So I was proud of our organization. We went all the way to the end. And, we just, one out. So I'm like you. For me right now, starting the year out, I'm just like you. Pitching.
Yeah. We got some the comments coming in about pitching. Anything new on Jay Happ? A free agent that the Cardinals had last year. I really think what they're going to try to do is go with what they have here, and then if they run into a situation that they run out of depth there, maybe they swing a trade. There was one of the comments right there about a trade. The thing about a trade is you start to get into this situation where everybody in baseball is looking for pitching depth, starting pitching depth. So if they know that, they're going to ask for your top prospects. Then with everybody going after the same pitchers, everyone gets into a bidding war as to who can give up the best prospects. And the Cardinals don't like doing that. They've already done that once. They gave up Randy Arozarena, and it kind of blew up in their face. But they got Matthew Liberatore out of that deal. Their top left-handed pitching prospect is in this competition. He's kind of waiting in the wings and wants that job. If none of these pitchers work out, and today Drew Verhagen threw 3 innings and gave up 2 runs, but he threw 3 innings, gave up a couple of home runs. That for them, it's just a matter of, is he out there and is he throwing strikes? Verhagen, 36 pitches, 27 strikes, pretty good. You just don't want these guys walking anybody. So get work, throw strikes. They pay Verhagen to come in for situations like Flaherty getting hurt. So I don't think they're going to get Happ. I don't think they're going to try to swing a trade. I think this is what they have. Jacob mentioned Alex Reyes being shut down. He is. But Giovanni Gallegos is back. Jordan Hicks is getting warmed up to join this bullpen. Bullpen's pretty good, even without Reyes, who I feel terrible for. But yeah, I mean, like Fritz just said there, we're getting close. I mean, we're under 2 weeks. So it's time to get these pitchers locked up and ready to roll. And they're giving him as many innings as possible. Michaelis threw on a backfield today just to get the innings in. They wanted to see Verhagen face major league pitchers. So that's the important thing.
See, Hicks is my man from 3-4 years ago. He came in and I'm sitting in the stands there in my section. I'm like, look at this guy, and then he gets hurt a little bit. As a fan, once again, straighten me out. As a fan, I just think if we can get Jordan Hicks rolling, to where everything's normal, I mean, I'm excited about him.
Yeah, he throws extremely hard, but he can change speeds on you. And if he's feeling good recovery-wise every time, that's dangerous for opposing hitters. I think what they might try to do is go with him for multiple innings if they can. I think eventually, the thought was someday make him a starter. But he's coming off a major surgery, and you got to be really careful. But you could build him back up eventually to be a starter by pitching him in multiple innings. Is kind of an interesting role for him. Sort of a fire extinguisher in the middle of the game to put a team away in the 7th, maybe even the 8th inning, and then set up Gio as the closer. Is Matthew Liberatore, ready? I think he's pretty close. I mean, his stuff looks really good. The Cardinals love his competitiveness. And Kenny, the difference between he's pitching for the AAA Memphis Redbirds or he wants to pitch for the St. Louis Cardinals. So he's going to start getting competitive and saying, it's my turn. Not that he's egotistical or anything. It's just he's going to start competing for that spot. That's what they want. They want him to want that spot and not just try to refine being a minor league pitcher anymore.
Well, same subject, but myself and, the voice of the Blues, Chris Kerber, we kind of differed in this situation. I told Kerb, I said, I don't like it when there's a big drama atmosphere, goalie versus goalie. But Kerb likes it. I don't know if it's healthy for our team when 2 players are fighting, for a position or not. All I know is, when you come to Busch Stadium, obviously it's a lot different down in AAA. The atmosphere, it's like me when I made it to NASCAR, right? Here I am in Arnold, Missouri. And then when I made it to the Daytona 500, you take a couple seconds, you look around, you go, oh my God, there's 250,000 people, but then 1 minute later you go, okay, I'm here, I got to get to work. And I believe that when these new players come up, when they come up out of that tunnel, I'll give them 30 seconds, but yeah. It's showtime. And, which ones show up and which ones become what they are, in AAA.
Yeah, I hear that. As you can see, we switched over, as you mentioned, Chris Kerber, to a little hockey before we steer the conversation back to NASCAR. I do want to get your thoughts on the Blues because I know you love them. They've hit a little rut here. I mean, they lost to the Flyers yesterday, 5-2. I don't like that. That's not a very good team to be losing to this time of year. But perhaps to use a racing term, they're going to put their foot on the gas when the playoffs come around. I think maybe they know they're probably going to be in the playoffs, and that, you know, you're going to turn it to 100% here when the postseason starts. But boy, down the stretch here, I'd love to see him getting warmed up for the playoffs, and I just haven't seen it here lately.
Yeah, like me and you said early, this is chatter. We're always fans, you know, and in an ideal world, we want our team to win every game and never lose. So, you know, I remember, you know, pre-pandemic when we won the Stanley Cup, you know, we got rid of a coach. You know, we lost 8 games or so in a row, and then we won the Stanley Cup. I mean, we were last. We were last in the league, you know, the year we won the Stanley Cup, you know. So I'm just going to watch. You know, right now it seems like we're a little lost, but all it takes is one spark.
That's all it takes. Here's a question. What's it like competing against the greats, Kenny?
Yeah, that's a great question, because I had a friend come to my shop, and he looked around and he saw some of my NASCAR trophies, and he saw a picture of myself and Dale Earnhardt Sr., the man in black, greatest race car driver ever. And he goes, "Oh my gosh, you knew Dale Earnhardt?" I said, "Man," I said, "I drove Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s number 8 GM Goodrich Chevrolet." It was the lower series, the second division down. Now they call it the Xfinity Series. But, you know, I've communicated. I've drove some of the greatest race car drivers. I drove for some of the greatest race teams. And it's like a horse with blinders. You know, when you are competing against the greats, you do this. You don't want to see what's right, what's left. You got a job to do. So, I mean, you know, listen, I've raced against Dale Sr. I've raced against, you know, Jeff Gordon, you know, Dale Jr., you know, Jimmy Johnson. These guys are my friends, and I understand the question. But, you know, you got to show up. You know, and any athlete to tell you, you know, you got to show up and you just focus. And you can be from anywhere in the world, you know, and you know, you dream of getting there, and when you get there, you better show up. And so, you know, I wasn't great like they were, but I was happy to be part of the show now that I look back on it. Now, when I was there, I was very unhappy because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. I wanted to win. And, but man, I was going up against the greats. And, you know, listen, I know this sounds cliche now. I'm 58. But when I look back on it, I'm very lucky to have competed against the best there ever was. Also at the highest time. You know, it was said by NASCAR at the highest point in NASCAR, 2006 it was, believe it or not, 350,000 people up in Indy at the Brickyard 400, 250,000 people at the Daytona 500. I don't think people grasp that. You know, the big house.
There's like 300,000 people living in the city of St. Louis right now.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, Michigan, the big house, 90-something thousand people. I'm like, times 3 at the Brickyard in Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So I don't mind people making fun of us, but every once in a while, one thing you got to give up. You can't deny that NASCAR is most likely the largest spectator sport. Well, it was. That's why NBC said they bought it. NBC said the reason, you know, they bought it was, you know, because it was the largest spectator sport. So, yeah, it's, you know, it's not as big as it once was, but it still ain't doing bad.
I was watching the Enjoy Illinois 300 press conference when I was in Jupiter, and I heard Curtis Francois say this will be the largest spectator crowd in the state of Illinois. I was like, well, actually, he's right? The White Sox, nope. Cubs, nope. Bears, nope. More people than Soldier Field. This will be the largest crowd in the state of Illinois this year.
It's a feather in our cap. You know what I mean? We know that the racetrack is going to seat 58,000 people. They already know the way, you know, ticket sales are going. They know what they got. And, why not? Why not promote it? Why not say that, I mean, listen, I've been to Busch Stadium not as many times you have been, but I know what standing room only is right behind those yellow lines with your back up against a brick wall. And when you can say that you got 58,000 people packed in across the street from Busch Stadium, no matter what, that's a feather in your cap, especially when the racetrack was within weeks of being shut down. So
yeah,
that's exciting.
And there will be other people who will say they were there. And I am excited for year 2, because year 2 will be really fun, because you're going to have a lot of people. You'll have a demand. Their tickets are moving fast for this one, by the way. I mean, they're well ahead of pace. They're doing great. But year 2 will be just as fun, or maybe even more fun, because people will be like, wow, how did I miss that? I don't want to miss that again. And they'll try to be there. And it's more, there's more to it. Can you paint the picture? You've walked around there with a microphone. You've walked around there. You've been there with cars. You've been there with people. You've seen it all. That it's more than a race. That it is truly an event. That it's a place to camp. It's a place to party. It's a place to meet people. You get celebrity sightings. I mean, I'm kind of fired up about it. I've been to some, but I'm looking forward to seeing it in our own town.
Yeah, let me paint the picture, as you all would say in radio. I love that growing up as a kid. So let me just start with the Cardinals first. If I get good tickets, I so badly want to holler at, somebody in the dugout. And every once in a while they might go like that. So we know that we can't walk on the field when that batter is getting ready to go up to bat. We can't do that. However, NASCAR has created what they call, Fandom. What they've done, and they're going to have over there at the Worldwide Technology Raceway, they're going to have an area that they're putting together right now that I think is fantastic. The fans are going to be able to come through the tunnel and get within about, 30 feet from the race cars. They're going to be able to holler at some of their favorite drivers and see if they can coax that driver over to right there. You might be able to touch them. Now, I'm not going to say you should, but to me, that's my favorite thing that they're doing. Check that out. You're going to be able to walk through the tunnel, get right up with the drivers by the garage area. Also, we call it the midway, right behind the front straightaway. I can tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to recreate NASCAR Race Day, which was very famous. It was always called NASCAR Race Day, built by the Home Depot. Our ratings and the people that watched our live TV show were through the roof. Well, NASCAR got rid of that, and I've been on them. I've been on them hard, and so we're gonna recreate that without the TV cameras. We even got my our host John Roberts,
wow,
who now works for Sirius XM Radio. He's on every day. So we got big stage, big screen. And listen, we're going to have Rusty Wallace there, Kenny Schrader. We're going to try to get these drivers. Carl Edwards. We're going to throw out free T-shirts and hats. We're going to have beer. We're going to have concerts. I wish we could put it on TV, Fritz, but now there's a shot that my old family at Fox could get jealous and want part of the Herminator show, baby. We'll see what they want to do, but our objective, Tom, is to get the crowd parked early, and instead of hanging out at their cars, let's get them to the racetrack. Not going to cost anything to be part of we call the midway behind the grandstands. You should easily be able to spend 6 hours at the racetrack, in right at the garage area, looking at the cars, getting your autograph, hanging out at our stage. Awesome. There's a lot of interaction, and you're just going to love it. And we're putting a lot of work into it. So come on out early and enjoy it.
We'll make sure that we do. I'm very excited about it. I had somebody commented, where was it? Good. Did you hear my dogs? The dogs were trying to get in the fence over here.
I got Louie and Lucy over here.
My man Bear was trying to get into the frame, but he's behind a fence over there. I should have just let him through.
That's fantastic.
I didn't want to get up in the middle of the show. No, it's awesome to have Kenny back. He's just He's just great. It's just two dudes talking. You know what I mean?
Yep.
By the way, I've been drinking a Incarnation IPA from Four Hands. They're not a sponsor or anything. I just enjoy it.
Hey, I have something to announce that Chris Blair told me today. Breaking news in the garage right now.
Yeah.
Anheuser-Busch is going to create a can of beer for this special June 5th race. So make sure you also get that when you get to the racetrack. Chris told NASCAR.com with me today, and I thought, oh, well, okay, then I'll share that with Tom tonight. So that's going to be exciting. I don't know exactly when they're going to announce it, but so that'll be a collector's item. We'll see what kind of beer they're going to make us over there.
You know what I was thinking about just when you said that is I'm just talking out loud here, but I might try to talk. Maybe there's a way that we can get, I mean, people can do this on their own with their own radios and speakers, but how can we get the Cards Cubs games on so that people can hear it in certain places while they're walking around? It's going to be going on. They'll be at Wrigley all weekend, Thursday to Sunday.
Well, that's going to be easy. It's going to be easy. We're going to tell Chris Blair what we got to do because
play KMOX.
It's that's what we do here in St. Louis. Listen, when we lost the Rams, I'll say it. When we lost the Rams, this city came together with its sports like we've never seen before. We're a baseball town. We know that. Our racing community, we want just a little part, so we'll just put those games over the loudspeakers, and maybe it's not the whole racetrack. Maybe it's behind the grandstands. But I'll tell Chris to do it.
Yeah, I'll see if I can bring that up. Maybe we can get involved somehow and help out.
I love it.
That's kind of cool. Yeah, we're talking business over here. Kenny Wallace, Tom Ackerman on the Garage Happy Hour. Kenny, this has been great. I really appreciate it. It's been awesome to have you, and I'm really excited. Maybe we'll obviously have you on the radio and do a little something. I don't know who's coming up next week. I haven't gotten that far, but I restarted the Garage Happy Hour. This will be replayed here over the next week, and then we'll fire it up. And also, I'm not sure that I'm going to do Thursday 5:30 every time like I did the last season of the Garage Happy Hour. I think I'm looking at doing it kind of whenever I feel like it.
You can do whatever you want to do. You're the boss.
Just whatever.
You're the sports director at KMOX.
Just fire the thing up whenever you feel like it.
Hey, Tom, by the way, where's my hand? Okay, that right there.
Yes, I saw.
Okay, so that's funny because no, it's not funny. During the pandemic, the Cardinals called me up. Rob Fassel, I believe in charge of ticket sales, he goes, Herman, we got to put all these fake people in the grandstands. I was going to grab it. On the back, they sent it to me. So they put all these people in the grandstands, right? And that thing's certified. It's got a what do they call it? Algorithm? I forgot what the name, but it's official.
Yeah.
And every
authenticated.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. It's authenticated. And every time I do something like that, I just think it's all funny, so I'll put it up there.
I love it.
Where's it at? There.
That's awesome. There. Right there.
Yeah, right.
Right there. This has been fun to get the Garage Happy Hour back at it again. We had a good time with it. I actually, and for me, just a little side note, first time I've produced it on my own. So it turned out to be really good. Sam Masterson has taken another opportunity with another company, and we're really excited about him. He was the producer of the Garage Happy Hour, but he taught me everything he knew, and here we are.
Tom,
host/producer.
Tom, let's be honest. I'm sure you can walk right into the KMOX studios with 0 people in there and get yourself on the air. You're good at what you do.
Thank you. I somehow figured it out. Yeah.
I push this button, that button, and hey, hello, everybody.
Literally, this is for people who don't know. This is my laptop in my garage. So there's all my fishing stuff. There's a door which slammed in the middle of the show. If you heard that, this is
looks good.
A couple chairs that are out here for some reason. My snow shovel, which I don't need anymore, hopefully. So here we are. Garage Happy Hour. It's been fun to be with you, buddy.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm honored that you asked me to come on, and I look forward to April 7th for that first game down at Busch Stadium. Go Blues. And June 5th, that first NASCAR Cup race. So thank you, Tom. I'll see you down at the stadium.
Absolutely. I will see you there. And I've got one other thing I need to make sure I do here before we go. Let me see if I can find it. And that is to get you ready. I have it. Make sure that you hear this message from Bommarito, because I do want to mention that Bommarito Automotive Group bought the entire year of the Garage Happy Hour. They're back. They're sponsoring the entire year. So for that reason, there will be a NASCAR theme. Not for that reason, but I decided there's going to be a NASCAR theme to every show up until the Cup race on June 5th.
Thank you.
Starting with Kenny Wallace, we're definitely going to do that. We'll continue to push it and have a good time with it. Garage Happy Hour started with you, and we restart with you. So thank you, buddy.
So John Bommarito, the owner of Bommarito, is Automotive Group, is a great guy. I love him because he loves St. Louis, loves the people. So I want to thank the Bommarito Automotive Group for keeping the happy hour going, and check them out at all their dealerships throughout St. Louis. They've been here forever.
Yes, they have, over 50 years. In fact, I drive a Bommarito vehicle myself. So for Kenny Wallace, I'm Tom Ackerman. Thank you for joining us on this Garage Happy Hour here in St. Louis, Missouri. And we will see you very, very soon.
With Bommarito, shop thousands of new vehicles. Get more for your trade. The Bommarito nationwide warranty, 10 years, 200,000 miles, and the best service after the sale. Bommarito, Missouri's #1 automotive group, open 24/7 at Bommarito.com.